Hi, my name is Yonas. I am 8 years old, and today I have 2 chefs competing to make my dream dish. Beep, boop, bop, bop, boop, beep, bop.
Hey, Yonas.
Hello.
I'm Alexis. And
Nice
I'm
to meet
Betsy.
you. Nice to meet you.
We heard you really like robots
Yeah, I love robots.
and that you like to build robots.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what do you think your robot would eat?
Bolts, nuts, and oil.
I've done this several times before, and at this point, I don't really take what they say they want as what they actually want.
It seems like you know a lot about tools.
Yep, I know lots.
I have a feeling you know a lot more than me.
I think so. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yonas built a robot, and he's 8, and I don't know anything about robots, so.
Yonas has definitely accomplished more things in life than I have yet.
Okay, so besides like nuts and bolts and motor oil, what else would a robot eat?
Wires to get the electricity.
So the nuts and bolts seemed pretty simple, but when he started drawing the wires, I was like, this is starting to veer off a little bit.
I maybe missed it, but what is this thing?
That's the bowl. This is the bowl.
Oh, it's a bowl. Oh, amazing.
Okay, so it's
That's super helpful.
And he has to solder them together to get electrocuted.
Solder is a pretty big word for 8.
When I was 8, I think I was playing outside and playing with my dolls.
would he eat something like this with a spoon?
He would use his bare hands and be like,
Oh.
Good to know. What types of foods do you like to eat?
I love eating a burrito and I love eating Mexican food.
Do you like sweet food?
I love candy. I love cake. I love anything sweet.
How high are your expectations?
Not that high. I mean, as much as it's pretty high, probably.
Pretty high. Cool.
This is gonna be a lot harder than I thought. Beep, beep, boop, 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 bop, bop, boop, boop. Can we high five? Here's my plan. For the bowl, I'm gonna create a tortilla bowl, so it's actually gonna be edible. Then I'm gonna add in some ground beef, some rice, and some refried beans. Then I'm going to add some avocado, some cilantro, and a little bit of lime. For the nuts, I'm actually going to create a nut shape out of a tomato slice. For the bolt, I'm going to use a 1-inch round of corn and poke it with a skewer. For the wires, I'm going to spiralize a cucumber to create a wire-like effect. And for the motor oil, I'm going to create a basic queso, which he can pour over the entire dish. There was a lot going on in my dish, yeah.
So here's my plan. So for the motor oil, I'm going to make a hard caramel and dye it black, so it'll go all over the plate. For the nuts and bolts, I'm gonna make a really simple cookie, maybe put some Jolly Ranchers in it so it can get like this mirrored look. For the wires, I'm gonna have red and blue Jolly Ranchers melted that I can stick in the caramel, and then I'll also do some caramel thread, so it'll be like a pile of wires. Oh, I did print out a wrench.
That wasn't in his drawing though.
Yeah, but I just like want to take it there. Maybe it'll just be
Go the
nuts and
extra
bolts.
mile, I understand,
Yeah.
I understand. I definitely consider myself as like a kid at heart.
Betsy's maybe one of the loveliest people I've ever met, and she's really good with kids, I think in a way that is much more developed than what I know.
I'm gonna make a tortilla bowl similar to his drawing here. I'm going to use a mixing bowl, flip it over, and place the tortilla on top. Then I'm going to top the tortilla with the same size mixing bowl. We're gonna put that in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes.
Have you made a burrito bowl before?
Nope. Cool. Nope. I appear to be very confident, but on the inside, I'm definitely very nervous. I am literally already sweating so much.
Oh my God.
Anyone who knows me knows that I can get a little competitive. You know, I'm here to win. Now I'm gonna make the filling. I'm going to saute some onions and garlic first until the onions become translucent and the garlic becomes fragrant. Then I'm gonna add in a pound of ground beef and some taco seasoning.
Betsy's playing into Jonas's love of Mexican food, which I think is really smart, but I think it'd be pretty rare for a kid to choose something savory over sweet. So for my cookies, I've got softened butter and some sugar, and I'm just going to combine those and just get it into a really smooth consistency. Next, I'm going to add the egg, again, combine it, and then I'm just gonna sift in a few cups of flour. Sifting the flour is gonna help eliminate any lumps and get a really smooth batter. I'm gonna pop this in the refrigerator.
Today, I'm gonna make a robot out of a piece of paper. I think I'm gonna name him Bob. This is Bob, but he's made out of paper. That's why his name is Paper Bob. Did you hear that? I heard it.
I'm gonna move on to the bolts now. I'm going to season a few ears of corn. I'm gonna cut these into 1-inch rounds as the head of the bolt.
Yeah.
I have a ridged cast iron to kind of give some of that grilled charred effect on the corn. I'm gonna brush each round with some herbed butter, just some butter, garlic, salt, pepper, and some chopped cilantro.
So I'm gonna separate these Jolly Ranchers into blue and red because he was talking about the blue and the red wires. So I'm gonna melt the Jolly Ranchers and then whisk them into, you know, like threads, strings, fire. What did he want? This is what I'm doing. Now that it's melted, I can just drizzle it back and forth over a greased parchment paper sheet, and they're gonna harden really fast, and I can peel them right off, stick it in the caramel.
Oh wow, it looks cool.
It's like a little weird, but
It smells weird, but it looks really cool.
it smells really weird too. I have a few of these round cookie cutters, and I think I can just make them into hexagons to represent the nuts.
How many sides is a hexagon?
6. Wait, this is not right. 1, 2, oh,
That's an
yes!
octagon. That's an octagon, so be careful.
Okay, so 1, 2.
And then 3, 4, 5, 6. I do want to beat Alexis, but I also love Alexis and like want to help her. So it's not a stop sign. So like,
Not a stop sign. So clearly trying to cut out the shape just by memory is not going well, but I think I have an idea. I'm gonna draw it out and make myself a stencil. Yeah,
that's great. That looks good.
That looks legit. Okay, making the stencil total game changer. Look at this cute little wrench. So cute. Do you want some of this dough?
oh yes, absolutely.
Or as much
Does
as-
it have egg in it?
Yes.
Great. I have eaten raw dough like my whole life and nothing has happened to me.
Same, I wouldn't.
Let's hope I
Don't do this at
jinx
home,
it.
but. So now that my cookie shapes are finished, I'm gonna place a Jolly Rancher in the middle of the nuts so that when it melts, it looks like this cool stained glass kind of thing. I'm gonna bake them at 350 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. Betsy, check these out.
Oh, they look great.
Isn't that cool?
I love it. I love it. Brown or white? What are you thinking?
I think white.
I'm just gonna take a cup of rice and a cup of water, mix those together real quick, and throw it in the microwave for 6 minutes. It's the easy way out. Another part of the filling is the refried beans. I'm making those super simple, just taking some from a can. We're gonna heat that up in a saucepan, and then maybe add a teaspoon of water to ensure that the beans don't dry out. Going into this, I really thought that I was gonna lean more towards the sweet side. I tend to be a lot more confident when it comes to like making desserts.
That's so funny. I feel much more confident with savory foods, and sweet food, I'm like, eh.
Now for my favorite part, the motor oil, which is queso. Wow, I have a lot of things going on. It's going to be a very basic queso, 3 ingredients, American cheese, milk, about a half a cup. And just for some added flavor, I'm gonna add in a little bit of taco seasoning. I gotta make sure it's good. That's good.
Moving on to my motor oil, I'm going to add sugar and water to a pan and bring it to a boil over high heat.
Caramel's hard.
Caramel is hard, and I put a little bit of corn syrup in here too. Corn syrup is an inverted sugar, so it doesn't crystallize. Now that my motor oil, or caramel, is at a dark amber color, I'm just gonna add a few drops of food coloring to make it black. But I've never dyed caramel, so... oh my God! Oh wait, this is black.
But that's what you want.
I know, it just looks so crazy.
So for my wires, I'm using a spiralizer.
Amazing.
Oh, I want them to be thinner, but I can't move this. All right, I'm just gonna own it.
I own it, own it, own it.
Okay. They're like more like ribbons than
Ribbons.
wires.
Like a pile of wires.
It makes me kind of want to like, he's gonna be like, what is that? If this like is the reason why I don't win, then
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
be so upset.
Like, can I just pour it straight on here?
Wow, that looks cool. So,
oh no, my caramel's melting into the other caramel. Bad idea. Abort, abort, mission, abort. Okay, this is not the plan. The Jolly Ranchers are melting into the caramel. I should have waited a few more minutes, but then maybe it would have hardened. I kind of wanted to do like caramel threads with this, but oh yeah. So this is really hard caramel that's going to harden really fast. But if I take a fork and pull up some of the caramel, I can actually pull it into a thread. I'm just gonna keep doing this so I get this kind of pile of wires or caramel threads on top of the cookies.
I'm going to now slice a tomato using a serrated knife into a hexagon shape. To hollow out the center of each nut, I'm going to use a piping tip.
I hope they don't put tomato in there, because I don't like tomato. It's slimy like a slug. He doesn't like tomato. Even if I made him a paper tomato, he won't like it.
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
The queso is so hard. Oh no, ew, no, 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 no. Now my confidence is starting to plummet.
Oh my God, Betsy, at least, okay, the joy is that we're both having issues. This cookie has melted into the caramel also. Oh, I'm making so many mistakes. I feel like season 1 was my season. Season 2, what's happening?
Oh, it's coming back to life, guys. Not all is lost.
I think I should just stop while I'm ahead.
We both had very different.
Are these the most different dishes we've had in the history of I Draw You Cook?
I'm really excited to see Jonas's reaction.
Me too. Let's bring them to him and see what he thinks.
All right. I really surprised myself. I am really proud with the dish that I'm about to deliver to Yonas. So my dish might not look exactly like the drawing, but it has all the elements. I even have cheese motor oil, and what's better than that? At the end of the day, I think I did a pretty good job.
This isn't exactly how I envisioned this dish in my head to begin with, but I actually love it. I think it looks so weird and cool. The motor oil looks great. The wires are so cool, and he's got all the tools there. The stained glass cookies look amazing. I want to eat them myself. It totally matches the drawing. Please like it.
Let's eat. I think this is Mexican food. I don't know what this is. This dough. It looks cool, I don't care. It's going very slowly. Goop.
I was getting a little nervous when he finally discovered the queso. It obviously doesn't look exactly like motor oil, but it seemed like he was really having fun, interacting with the dish.
It's good.
What's it taste like?
Corn. This tastes like a lime, a little bit worse than a lemon. I love it. It's the best thing ever.
There's something in that bowl I noticed you haven't tried yet.
Tomato.
Wait, did he just spit something out? Oh my God, it's the tomatoes. Honestly, when I was 8, I didn't like tomatoes either.
I like the corn, I like the meat, I like the thing. I like everything.
Yonas may not have liked the tomatoes, but I'm still feeling pretty confident. If that's the only thing he really didn't like, I can't really see the tomatoes being a deal breaker.
This is amazing. This is probably the motor oil. I think these are the bolts and the nuts right here. This is detailed.
I feel like Jonas's enthusiasm is boding very well for me.
Is this a noodle? Like a raw noodle? I don't know. Is this a tea?
Apparently I need to step my bolt cookie game up.
This is amazing. This is one of the goodest cookies I've ever tasted in my life. This is cool. It's like a blue raspberry heaven. And I think this is just sugar, Is that my tooth? Oh, no, it's fine. This is too hard for me to get out.
It is edible. My confidence is going up. He keeps saying how much he likes it. He's saying it's amazing, it's delicious. Let's see.
Hey, Yonas.
Hello.
Hey, Jonas.
Are you stuffed?
Yes.
Which was your favorite?
The Mexican dish or the cookie dish?
The cookie dish.
That's mine.
That was amazing. Chef Alexis, here's my drawing.
Oh my God, Jonas, thank you so much. Here we are again. Honestly, it's good to be back.
I'm really disappointed, but obviously, I'm so happy for Alexis. As a famous robot once said, I'll be back.
Bop.